everyone. My name is Lynn Kennis, and I'm one of the religious education coordinators here at St. Joe's Catholic Church. I also coordinate the Flow Youth Ministry Service Program for middle school students. And we have been really limited this year due to the pandemic. But I promise you, as soon as we get the green light, we'll be back out there offering service projects for you to attend. Christian service is a huge passion of mine. I really enjoy serving others in our local community. A definition of Christian service is bringing Christ to others. It is a privilege and a responsibility we all have. Jesus asks us to follow in his footsteps. We must feed the hungry, give drink to the thirsty, clothe the naked, shelter the homeless, care for the sick, help the imprisoned, and bury the dead. You are about to hear some various ministries that do these things, and you'll be amazed at how many opportunities you will have to serve others. Remember, you're never too young to start. And what you receive is so much more than what you give. Let's start now, taking a look at our call to serve.
My name is Kathy Galbraith, and I am the coordinator of youth ministry here at St. Joe's Church. Just 27 verses into the book of Genesis, the first book of the Bible, God reveals to us that we are made in his image. And while this defines our true worth in a world that can sometimes give us so many other messages different to that, it comes too with a great responsibility of treating other people with the same kind of dignity that God treats us with. Serving is one way that helps us to do that.
The church teaches us this. Pope Francis tells us,
"The world tells us to seek success, power, and money. God tells us to seek humility, service, and love."
The saints teach us this. Mother Teresa, now Saint Teresa of Calcutta, who serves the poorest of the poor in India, tells us,
"Not all of us can do great things, but we can do small things with great love."
And Jesus himself teaches us this. In Matthew 25, verse 45, Jesus clearly states that to serve others is to serve him by stating,
"Truly I tell you, whatever you did for the least of these brothers and sisters of mine, you did for me."
So Project People is one way that the teens in our youth group, the Jaywalkers, serve other people. And Project People is a long-standing event that actually started in 1983 when I was a junior in high school, and it was our youth group's service project. I'm actually wearing here this vintage t-shirt that actually came from the very first Project People that we did.
All right, so Project People is a service week where teenagers and adults get to come together. We stay a week at Subiaco Retreat House, and we do service around our community, but it's a lot more than just a week where you get to hang out with your friends and get close to each other. It's a really eye-opening experience. We go to places around our community that need help, and it's really, you don't realize how many people are in need until you are thrown into a service week like this. The relationship that you build with the other people and the relationship with God that you are able to connect with and see through the people that you're helping is just an incredible experience.
I always thought it was about the projects that we did, the actual this and the that, but over time I wasn't able to do a lot of work because of that's the medicals things, and I started to do more people things, and I really started to realize that what it really is about is the people that we serve, and to see how meaningful and how valuable it is for everybody just to watch people that are being helped and are helping.
Project People to me is the culmination of what I want to be as a good Catholic person. Like Project People, you make relationships centered around God. You do work for people, service work centered around God. You live out your Catholic faith, and it's a week that shows you how you should live the rest of your life.
Something I learned at Project People was that making time for helping people is really important, In my life, I've always done little community service projects with my mom, but they're never on a consistent basis, and I don't do them a lot. And Project People just made me realize that I want to help people in my life, and it's really important to me, so I have to make more time for it.
So one of my favorite Project People memories was the day that I spent at Nana's house, cleaning up leaves and just getting it all ready. And she actually made me feel a lot like how my grandma made me feel. And when we came back from Project People, I even had the honor of being able to sign this like piece of wood for her, and like her favorite people who worked on her job site got to sign it. So I feel really honored being able to go somewhere and do that.
So I actually joined Project People last minute, but I still was able to make lots of great memories, including going to the Spada's workplace, and we got to work on the deck, trim hedges, and paint a shed. And so just doing this for like an old couple who needed a lot of help was like very fulfilling, as well as like fun, because we got to have a lot of fun. And it was kind of my first impression of youth group, and being able to serve with a bunch of new people and making new friends through service was a great way for me to kind of get out of my comfort zone and get out of like my own core.
Project People is one of the big things that we do to serve in our community, but there's also many other things that we can do to serve in our families, our communities, and our church.
One service project I really like doing is helping with the kids in Sunday school and seeing them grow in their faith and playing with them and seeing their lovely smiles every Sunday.
One service project I really enjoyed doing is the food drive I did down in Detroit. I really enjoyed it because you get to see how blessed that we are as like good Catholic people, and there's some people that really are struggling with their faith and do not have any food at all. So it helps a lot to bring them light by just giving them a bag of food each day.
Hi, I'm Colleen Schultz. I'm the Director of Christian Service here at St. Joseph Church. What is Christian Service? So Christian Service here at our church is the department where we provide people the opportunity to live out our faith. So Jesus asked us to love one another, and one of the best ways that we can do that is by being his hands and feet here on earth. There's a mixture of ways that you can serve here at the church. We have day projects, we have weekly projects, we have ongoing projects. You can bake brownies, you can serve meals. Today you're going to get a little glimpse of our Christmas giving tree sort that is an opportunity for our families. And this fall we had a big opportunity for families to serve when we did a big landscaping project, and we distributed 3 tractor trailer fulls of mulch out in our parking lot. So every Christmas, the parish puts up a Christmas tree, which I'm standing in front of, and then we hang over 1,000 tags on that tree. And each tag represents a person or a gift that needs to be given to, we serve one of our local nursing homes, we serve some churches and homeless shelters in Pontiac, we serve the pregnancy center here in Oxford, and we serve the jail ministry, which is for Oakland County. And that ministry serves people whose families have been affected by crime. Today, you'll see all the families coming together in the gym. You're going to see a little glimpse of this. And they're going to be sorting the gifts. They come in, we sort them to all the different agencies, and then each of those agencies comes and picks their gifts up. So in closing, I just wanted to leave you with one of my favorite quotes, and it's by Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Everyone can be great because everyone can serve. You don't have to have a college degree to serve. You don't have to make your subject and verb agree to serve. You only need a heart full of grace and a soul generated by love. So thanks so much for watching, and I hope you have fun watching the Giving Tree Sort. And I hope to see you at a project and an outreach soon. Thanks.
Hi everybody, thank you for coming. Today it's going to be a little different than it's been in the past, but we're going to sort gifts. I'm going to turn this over to Marlene in a minute because she is in charge of the whole program. The agencies aren't coming until a little bit later. Typically they're here and they kind of help us and walk us through it. But this time with you guys and Marlene, we're going to do it ourselves.
Thanks for coming. So if you haven't done this before, what we're going to do first is in this room there's still some gifts. We need to take them and put them in the center of the gym. And then following that, there's 11 agencies that are scattered around the gym, and there's signs hanging behind them with the color of the tag, and there's a chair in front of it.
It's always been really important to our whole family to participate in any kind of act of service, giving back to others, connecting with the less fortunate, helping our parish to grow. There's so many great opportunities where we can connect with our faith and connect with God. Jesus calls us to be his hands and feet. We are here, his physical body of Christ on earth, and he uses us. He can work through us to get closer to him, but also to grow closer to those in our community.
This makes us feel accomplished. It helps us get closer to Christ as we do these services, and it's always good to help people out.
It makes us feel really great. But that's not exactly why we do it. We do it because we know that God calls us to help others so that we can all be connected.
Hi, my name is Michelle, and I'm the Vice President of Oxford Orient Fish. We're the local food pantry here for Oxford, Lake Orion, Addison, and Leonard. We are a nonprofit. We're 100% donation, 100% volunteer. The community supports us, and we help anyone who is in need based on their income level. Normally our clients will come in, they'll check in, they'll take a grocery cart. We're like, we have all the supplies that Meijer does. We're kind of like a small little country store. And they would grab their cart and they would start shopping and go through the aisles. Currently right now, due to COVID, we have curbside pickup. So we are building their boxes based on their family size, the quantity of food that they receive. So that's why everything kind of looks the way it does right now. But normally you would come through and you would shop and you would get your fresh produce, you would be able to get your milks, your cheese, your eggs, your frozen meats. We have canned goods. We honestly have everything that you have at Meijer. We also have toiletries, cleaning supplies. All of these things are donated. A lot of times when you have your different giving trees, St. Joe's and the other churches in the community will donate, and that is a big plus for our clients because if they have a bridge card, you're not able to buy toiletries and things like that that are basic necessities that are a huge gift from the local churches. And this is our storage area. We get a lot of our donations, our cash donations are really an advantage right now because of, like I talked about earlier, that we're building the boxes. So we need to have the same quantities of, certain items. So we do business to business with Meijer and then also Gleaners. A lot of people don't realize that we actually do purchase the food from Gleaners. That is not a donation. We do get a good price for it, but when people donate to Gleaners, they don't realize that as a food pantry, we buy that food from Gleaners. It's a very good price point, but we do have to purchase all of it. But this is all of our storage area back here, and every dollar that you give to Fish goes for all of this food. I like to say that if you give us $1, we can turn it into $1.25 worth of food because we try to do really good with our pricing. At Oxford Orient Fish, we also have, we do a Thanksgiving program, we do an Easter program, and then the big ones that St. Joseph really helps us out with is our school backpack program for our school supplies, because so that every child has their school supplies that they need. And then at Christmas time, we have an angelfish program that St. Joseph for years has been very kind, that they offer Myra Call up to us for 3 days that we house, and we get all of the gifts ready for the children. And it's a wonderful program so that every child is able to have a Christmas.